Preparing supper. 8:88. You know what's funny? I'm moving a little square and the camera is not keeping up to me. Exactly, because I'm not moving the way I should move. Right? The way the cameras were made for us, who we are. The polarities of who we are. So, 8:88, 888. From where do the numbers come from? Should we use this grid or should we use the length 1 through 0? Why you come through 0? You go 1 and you go 0. Because this 0, okay, how did you make it to 0? Where is 0? I'm going to establish 0. This is the 25th letter. Okay, the 25th letter, but if I was working gematria style, I would be here, and this would be the rotating seventh gate, where the entry point is right over here. And this, my friend, where you see this area here as 7, you see this area as 6. You see this area, the eve, as 5. And as 7 goes down to 8, goes down to 9. 5, 9, 5, 6, 8, 6. The point is 7. I don't really want to use 77, but it's 7 to this side and 7 to this side, as it's 6 to this side, as it's 6 to that side. And the cube, the 4 is inverted to the 3. Invert or polarity. Okay, so the 5 is invert to the 2. And the 6 is polarity to the 1. The numeric value of each of these numbers equals to these numbers over here. And you have a 7 here, and you have a 7 here, and 1 and 6 create that 7. So what we're going to do next in this is, if this is the meeting point of 0 around the 5 area, so you are going +1, -1. So if you go to Mars, okay, and I have another question. What is this point over here? Is our areas meeting here? Is that our meeting zone halfway between? Is this where the 7th gate meets, inverted in gematria? Call it the eve of the house. Where what we're going to show you now, okay, in these numbers, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1 on my dice, is that if the 1 and 4, if you have 2 dice, and the 1 and the 4 show up, the opposite of the 1 is a 6. The opposite of the 4 is the 3. Is the 3. Go down this way to 3. So it'll be 3, 6, and 4, 1, equaling to your 77. So 5, 1, and 5, 2, right? Roman numerals V1 and V11. Okay, and knowing how Mars is created. Now the question is Mars -1 and Earth is +1? So we live the whole thing here, okay, as Earth 2. 52 for Earth, 51 for Mars, equals 103 Venus. Mercury, and it is Venus 81 plus 22 equals 103. 22 is Mars, life, 44. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals 44. The reverse of the 44 is 33, or the letters OR or MAS. And the 77 that comes together in this world is Christ. 77. What comes to 44? You have many things that come to 44, because in order to create the 10th end world, you need 66. And at 66, you're dividing the gateway. So you want to know what 8 is? 8 is the first level in the house of the gateway before the birth enters. But the birth only enters over here. 4, 10. This dice cube, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. The polarity that brings everything back to 1 again is 6 plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So I don't know which way to compare it, but here is the two ends, and here is everything else in between. So the last set is not split over here, but the last set is split over here. So we're going to run all the way over here. And we're going to use up 6 parts and left over 4 parts. Or the 60 seconds on the clock for the 60 minutes. What is the 40 that is left over? My phone, I think, is buzzing. I want to see why. Just give me a second. Okay, so why I drew these designs is to show the situation of where possibly and why, and if it's possible, where 8 and 9 is, because of this dice cube. This dice cube, this face of the 6 dots, shows us that over here is an element that there is an area space in the center for 3 more dots. 6 and 3 and 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 6 times 3, 6 plus 3. 27. It equals to what it is. I did not create these. It'll tell you about numeric values 51 and 52, looking like the $sign. So we have to understand where everything stands. So if we went +1, -1, I love popping these off. If we went +1, -1, okay, and this is over here, is the 7th gate. Is the 7th gate played in position 5? Or is the 7th gate one like this here, one like this over here, one flipped over? Do you understand? Like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, or we're going to do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie 2 of these together. Right? And we get the dimension. All we end up is creating that cube from this. And this one, what happens is we're going to want to come over the center, creating an elongated or linear center, where to here we have a cubic, the different angles that we use in these two. At the same time, because you see what we did, I did over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ended up with a 4 over here. The same thing as the face 4, I ended up over here. So we encompassed inside of what is 3 by 3, 3 plus 3 is 2 by 2, 2 plus 2 equals 44, equals to equals to 96. Earth, Mars, 33, 22, freedom 55. See that one area space over there? The original one area space is here, inside 3 and inside 1, what I can understand as Mars. And the passage is in the corner. And right away I can show you another design, okay, and I'm going to create design larger than life in order to replicate that small one. Is over here I have 9, and over here I have 6, and all we have to do is complete the skeleton of the design, and we end up with what looks like a going in tunnel and a going down tunnel. I'm not really sure which way what we should do with this. Should I draw a line? Should I draw a line? And then with that line, how can I meet? Where do I go to meet? Where do I go? See, I can drag this corner to this corner, right? So we meet here. So if I'm dragging that, I'm dragging going over 2 and going over 2. So I'm coming down from here, I'm going over 2. So this is the exact angle. Like the, there's a design like that. So if I'm doing that, 1, 2 up, 1, 2 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Is this where it meets here? Is it 2 over? Just 2 over. Yes, 2 over. So it meets over here. So that's like that Z and N coming together. We also know the H and I are the same design letters. So I'm assuming they're somewhere in here. I'm not sure. I might have to make that the second design. Anyways, let me get back to this over here. See this section over here, okay, where I showed you the 7th gate. I showed you -1 and +1. So we assume 5, 1, and 1 is Earth. Earth is 5. So the division is right over here, and that's your Mars division. Mars division between Earth and Earth. Venus, Mercury. This is 103. This is 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 2 is 4. The difference between Venus and Mercury. Give me a second. So I am going to come back at about 6:30, 6:45 and try and do a live video. We're going to see where 888 is, what 888 is in this world. Now remember, it can mean a lot of things. I'm going to show you 8 over here. Now if I overlap and I twist it, because Taurus is twist, I overlap and I twist it, 9 goes over 7 equals 16, 8 goes over 8 equaling to 16, and 9 goes over 7 equaling to 16. But 9 times 7 is 63. 8 times 8 is 64. 7 times 7 is 49. Becomes 4. Becomes 1. Becomes 9. 149. Now, if I take the next set and I want to re-put number 8 on top of each other with something going this way, I would match up 8. But when I match up 8 this way, I will have a 2 on this side, depending which way I flipped it, and I'll have a 5 on this side. So I will create a 7. So if I create a 2 here, what happens over here? What's the next number? It's 258, 258, 258. That is the rotation, 258 over here. So if I flip it, I'll have 787. And then over here, I'll have the row before. And there, anyways, whatever it is, that's one way to do it. The other thing about 8 is it is the center. It is the center of one area. 6 areas and 1 to the center, right? And it turns. There's no blockage for the turning. There's 2 more areas, 1 and 2 void. So maybe the 1 can slide up and slide down, sliding 1 and 1. But when the 1 slides, up, it goes from area 5 to area 2, moving 3. When the center 5 slides towards this side, it becomes, let's say, is that towards this side? I don't know what you see. We see reverses on the camera. This is my right arm, and I see it as my left arm on the camera because it's like it's looking at me. So yeah, so that's what this is. I showed you how we connect what 6 and 9 does. I'm going to show you in the next video just what number 8 does according to the cube, and how many cubes do we have, how do we play this game. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Pegasus equals to 88. 88 days left
After the 277th day, if I assume right, please check it out. October 4th, what number day of the year is it? And what is the night before and the night after? What does it connect in between? 88 days left in the year, 277 and 88.